Good afternoon, John. Thank you for coming in today.
Hi.
I understand you have some mild depression going on?
Yeah, I've been depressed now for a little while.
Okay. You want to tell me a little bit about what's going on?
Well, I've been not having a great time at work. Work's not going real well. And so I'm worried about that. And I'm worried about losing my job. And I haven't been sleeping well. And then I haven't been eating so good. I'm losing weight. And I can't, which just makes things worse at work because then I can't focus. And so things are getting worse instead of better because I'm constantly thinking now about how I'm doing and what I'm not doing. And so that's why I'm here, trying to get better.
I see. Okay, so you have some issues with your sleeping and with your eating, and you're concerned about your work. Is that correct? That's some of the things that you have going on right now?
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your work?
I work at a school as a teacher's aide, and so I work with kids all day long, and that's another thing that concerns me because I'm starting to look depressed at work, and the students are picking up on that too. So, and my principal talked to me about it, and so she referred me to you.
I see. Has there been a significant change or any changes to your normal routine lately?
Well, my wife and I have just separated, so I'm sure that has a lot to do with it. And she took the kids with her, and so yeah.
Okay, let's see. Okay. And how do you feel about that?
Not good.
Okay. Tell me about your relationship with your children.
Oh, they're small. They're only 5 and 7. But they're at that age where they think their father is everything, and so we've had a pretty good relationship. We go to baseball games and things like that, and so they're kind of confused right now. They're wondering why we're not together in the same house. And so we're dealing with that, and I'm kind of worried about how they're going to react to this whole thing. It's just a new kind of experience within the last few weeks. So.
I see. Okay. So you and your wife recently separated. You have 2 small children together. You're concerned about how the children are going to react to your separation.
Yeah, they're confused now. They are. At first, we just told them that we're going to have kind of made a fun thing. We didn't know how long it was going to last, and so they kind of thought of it as going camping out with mom somewhere. But now it's been 3 weeks, and they're starting to want to. They've been asking when they're going to go home and stop living. They're living at a friend of hers with a friend of hers. So they're starting to ask questions, and they want to go back home. They want to come back home. I would like them to come back home, but my wife isn't ready for that yet.
Okay, so you would like for your families to be reunited.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So are you and your wife, are you seeking counseling together
No.
for that?
No. She just wants her space, and so I'm giving her that. I don't have a real choice, so she chose to do what she did, and so I'm just waiting. There's no real communication really between us at this point.
chose to do what she did.
Right.
Can you elaborate on that?
She decided that things weren't going the way she wanted them to go. We've had some financial issues in the past. She works as a nurse, and I'm a teacher's aide. I've been going to school to become a teacher, but things didn't go so well, so I didn't reach that goal. So I think that the lack of money and my lack of income has a lot to do with it.
I see, okay. So, so do you feel like your finances, your financial situation, plays a factor into the separation?
I think so. She makes a lot more money than I do, and she was hoping that I'd be teaching at this point, and since I'm no longer going to school and I wasn't successful at that. I get the feeling, and she hasn't told me this outright, but I get the feeling she thinks now I'm somewhat of a failure.
Can you elaborate on that more? How does that make you feel? I mean, when you say that she feels like you think she sees you as a failure. Is that correct?
I think so.
Okay. And how do you feel?
I kind of feel the same way. Now that she's left, it just kind of reinforces that in my mind, anyway.
Okay, so you feel like you're a failure.
I do.
When it comes to your children, tell me about you said that your children are young children, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do you feel as a dad to your kids? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
That actually, I think I do pretty well at. I think I'm a good dad. And, well, I work with kids all day. A little older, middle school kids, but so I'm kind of in tune to what they like to do and what they don't like to do. And I think my wife thinks I'm a little too childish with the kids, so that's part of maybe what the problem is. I don't know. She's not really communicating a whole lot with me, so I'm just going by things that she said to me in the past about being too childish, playing with the kids too much.
Okay, so your wife has said to you that she thinks you're too childish?
In the past, she has. Yes.
Okay, and how do you respond to that?
Childishly, probably. Yeah. I just kind of brush it off. I didn't think she was really serious with what she was saying. But now, every conversation that we've ever had, I kind of replay in my mind to try to figure out what's going on. But so I think maybe she's mentioned that quite a few times, and so I would say that may have something to do with it.
So you're separated from your wife, and you feel like the separation came about because of your income, your type of work that you're doing, and your wife feels like you're when you say childish, she's saying that you're behaving like you're immature, or can you elaborate a little bit more on that part of it for me when you say she feels like you're being childish? In what way? When she says that you're being childish, and you agree with that, in what way are you being childish?
Well, I don't know. I think, sometimes, the kids like to make little forts in the room with the sheets and stuff like that, so we go ahead and do that. And I play along with them, when we play together.
Okay, so the childish, is that your way of interacting with your children, or is that typically you?
I would guess that has more to do with me interacting with my children, but occasionally I would guess that comes out with our interaction maybe as well, but mostly with the children, I think.
Mostly with
do it a lot. So I like to, I like to spend time with my kids, and she may want to do other things besides make forts and do things like that. She wants to do more adult things, I guess, and I don't know. I guess my priority is really, and maybe that's part of it, because my priority is mostly the children, and her priority is, she loves the children too, but I think she wants to have more balance. Maybe I'm too focused on the kids, but and not enough on the relationship. Maybe not enough.
So, when the children aren't around and it's just you and your wife, tell me about your interaction when it's just the two of you.
That doesn't really happen very often. The children are always around. We don't have any family here. We just actually moved here not too long ago. Well, we've been here about 5 years. But most of our family is up north and northeast. So as far as finding babysitters or people, and plus we don't have a whole lot of money anyway. Well, we didn't until she's been going to school. We were going to school at the same time too. I was trying to become a teacher and she was trying to become a nurse. So money was always kind of an issue, but now that she's making a lot more money and I haven't reached the goal that I wanted to, we have plans. Once we graduated, we were going to maybe buy a house and we were going to do those things. We've been renting. So now a lot of those plans, financial goals, just aren't going to happen.
So you don't have a lot of time along with your wife. It's mostly you, your wife, and your children.
Yeah, mostly.
Okay.
Yeah, occasionally we can get a babysitter, but that requires more planning and we just started now that she's been working to have a little extra money. So, but it hasn't been something that we've been able to do.
I see. Okay. Well, Judge, this is we're going to wrap up now for this session, and for the next session, what I would like for you to do is to reach out to your wife and see if maybe the friend that she's staying with, maybe they can babysit so that two of you can have some time alone together. And when we meet again, tell me how that went. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you for coming in today, John.
Okay, sure.
And I'll see you in the next visit, okay?
Okay.